Hi friends, this is your plant lover Neil and you are watching Plants My Love. In this video, I will show you how I grew this beautiful marigold plant from seeds. This will be a 4-month update video. So from each step I will show in detail. So let's get started. Marigold plant belongs to the Tagetes family. There are various types of marigold plant like French marigold, African marigold, and several hybrid varieties are also available. French marigolds are usually short, whereas African marigold are quite tall. The current variety that I am showing you is a cross between the French and the African, and it's not very tall but not very short either. The colors and the petals of the flower varies quite a bit. You can find single petaled marigold flowers which looks like daisies, and you can also find ball like petals. So all these varieties are available. The color also varies quite a bit. You get various shades of orange, yellow, and several other shades in between them. The marigold plant is native to South Mexico, and because of that, the ideal temperature in which it grows prolifically is between 18 to 20 degrees centigrade. So this plant basically loves mild climate. It does not like very cold climate nor very hot climate. So we'll be using AccuWeather to know exact date when we need to sow the seeds so that we get the optimum amount of flowering. Usually it takes around 2 months to get the flower from the seed sowing stage. So open AccuWeather.com. On this, in the search bar, type your location. We are based in Ahmedabad, India. So let's see for Ahmedabad, India. On typing Ahmedabad, this page will show up. Click on the month section over here. In this page, it will show you the details of the maximum and minimum temperature for the current year for that particular month, as well as for the previous year. Also, it will also show you a historical average. So using this information, we can easily find out the best month to start the marigold plant. So for Ahmedabad, as you can see at present it's May and the temperatures are horribly hot for growing marigold. The maximum temperature should be below 30 degrees centigrade for growing marigold, and if you just change the month, let's go in June, and you can see in June the temperatures have dropped, but still it's above 35 degrees. So we will go in July, and July in Ahmedabad is the season for the rains, or what we here call monsoon season. So the rains do not have that much of an impact on marigold, but the temperature is the critical thing. And you can see by end of July the temperature have gone below 35 degrees. So the ideal time to grow marigold would be in August. I had grown marigold in December, and it was actually late to sow in December. That's why the amount of flowering that I received was quite few, and also the flower size was quite small. If you are in Ahmedabad or in similar kind of climate, you should start in August. You can check for your particular city like this and find out the ideal time to start your marigold seeds. Once you know the ideal time to sow the seed, now let's start sowing the seed. For sowing the seeds, I have taken this container, which is basically a DIY planting container. I have used a cardboard box that was lying around and covered it with plastic bag. It's around 3 to 4 inches in depth, and I made drainage holes so that there's no problem of waterlogging. I've separated this into 2 sections. This is because I'll be sowing 2 types of marigold flower seeds, and the soil used is 50% compost and 50% normal garden soil. The soil mixture should be light and it should be porous. Now these are the seeds. The seeds I have got are of marigold yellow and marigold orange. These seeds actually I have extracted manually from a flower that was thrown on the road. So these are not hybrid seeds. So I don't expect a very good quality flower, but I still expect attractive flowers. So now let's start sowing the seeds. For sowing the seeds, I'll be sowing it in rows. So I'll be using a scissor and we'll be creating 3 rows in each of the 2 sections. So I'll be using the scissor, and just a row of 1 centimeter in depth would be good enough, since the seeds are not that big. Okay, now we have created the 3 rows, as you can see. Now I'll place the seeds in the rows which I have created. Since I'm doing it single-handedly, it's a bit difficult, but it approximately place all the seeds into the holes that you created, and then we will be covering it up later on. Now I'll place the seeds that fell outside and cover it with my finger like this. We'll do it for all the 3 rows. Okay, now we'll place the seeds of the orange variety marigold plant. So after covering the seeds with the hand, now we'll place a thin layer of soil on top of it. This is to make sure that the seeds do not move. So place a very thin layer of soil. Make sure you remove the big stones and clumps that will hinder in the seed germination. So now I'll break the clumps so that there's no problem in seed germination. Now we will gently water it from the top. Make sure that the water flow is very slow so that the seeds do not move and the soil does not get eroded. So this is very essential, that the force of the water should not be fast, it should be extremely slow. So we water it thoroughly. Okay, so this is now completed. We have now sowed the seeds. This is the result after 9 days. So our first seedlings have emerged. It took a lot of time, 9 days, to germinate. This could be due to many reasons. You can see the small seedlings. So you have to water it extremely carefully at this stage so that the seedlings do not get disturbed. Now it has been 1 month, and after 1 month you can see the seedlings have grown, but the growth rate has been quite slow. I think because of the cold, the seedlings are facing a bit of tough time. But anyway, you can see the small true leaves have come up, and it will take some time for transplantation. The yellow color seed did not germinate. I do not know for what reason. After 40 days. Now the seedlings are ready for transplant. I'll be using this small spoon to scoop up the root ball and transplant it in these 6 to 8 inch long containers. So these containers are good enough for growing marigold plant. So I've used the same soil mixture, that is 50% garden soil and 50% compost. So we'll be scooping up using the spoon. So first I will moisten the soil so that it would be easy for me to remove the root ball and the root damage would be as low as possible. So this is the way you have to water the seedlings also. This ensures that the flow of the water is extremely slow, and this prevents seedlings getting damaged. After thoroughly watering it, now we will use the spoon to scoop the soil. We'll let the water to get absorbed by the soil. So you have to place the spoon a bit far from the base and dig as deep as possible, and then apply a gentle leverage on the other side. Similarly, we will do from the other side also. This will loosen the root ball, and here we got our first seedling out. Be as gentle as possible to avoid root damage. You can see the small roots are coming out from the root ball. So I'll be placing this in a container filled with water. That will make sure that the soil gets removed from the seedlings without damaging the roots. Also, it will keep the seedlings moistened. So I've selected the best of the seedlings and the remaining I've left behind. So the seedlings that have grown big, I've selected them for transplantation. Okay, now we'll transplant it into our final growing container, which is around 5 to 8 inch in depth. So slowly remove the seedlings from the water, dig a hole in the container and gently place the seedling in the hole. You can place the seedling deeper than before. Placing it deeper in the soil allows the stem to form roots, and that way the plant will grow more roots and become a stronger plant. I'll fast forward it till we transplant all the seedlings. Okay, this is the end result. As you can see, these are the transplanted seedlings. So now you have to place these seedlings for 3 to 4 days in shade where it gets indirect sunlight. This will ensure that the transplant shock is minimum. So now after 80 days, this is the result. As you can see, the seedlings have grown into healthy plants and they are looking extremely good. Currently there are no flowers, but there are small buds which it won't be possible to show in the video, but I can see small buds are started forming. So the flowers are soon to come. And finally, after 100 days, we got our first bloom. So this is how it looks. I brought it indoors so that we get a better look. There are several buds more that will bloom shortly. This is the result after 110 days. You can see all the remaining buds have also bloomed. The other plants could not make that many blooms because, as I mentioned, I had grown it at the wrong time. I had grown it pretty late. But this year I will grow it in the correct season, and let's see the results. I hope, friends, you like this video. It takes a lot of effort to make these detailed month-long update videos. So if you liked it, please smack that thumbs up button and share this video with your friends and family whom you think could benefit from this video. Thanks for watching, friends. This is Neil signing off. Bye. Take care.